Hello again, I'm Danielle, the overly optimistic, outgoing gal, always smiling behind the camera. Literally, sometimes by the end of a photo shoot, my cheeks hurt. I like to call myself a professional storyteller, not a photographer, because that term just puts too many preconceived notions in everyone's head. Everyone's a photographer, which means everyone is a storyteller. Why are you here today wanting to learn more about photography? Once you begin to identify why you want to capture the different moments in your life, then you can take the next steps to creating and capturing your stories. So, what are the 5 steps to photo success? These are 5 simple but powerful questions that I ask myself every single time I pick up the camera. They are guidelines to creating our stories. Think of them like a roadmap to your journey. They help us create structure, and they allow us to stay present to the ebbs and flows of any given moment we're trying to capture. So, before we go any further, let's go through the 5 steps to photo success right now. Grab your cheat sheet if you have it and follow along. Number 1, why am I inspired to capture this story? Number 2, what kind of light is there in my story? Number 3, how much movement do I want to capture in my story? Number 4, who am I focused on in my story? And number 5, where can I be creative? That's it. Those are the 5 steps to photo success. As we dive into each one of these steps, we must keep this first step at the forefront of our minds always. It doesn't matter if I'm doing a brand photo shoot or family beach portraits, or if I'm out on a travel adventure. No matter what kind of shot I'm capturing, I have to ask myself this question before I consider setting any settings on my camera. Why am I inspired to pick up the camera? Why am I inspired to shoot this story? So what is it that inspires us? What is it about certain moments in our lives that give us that urge? And why is this urge so natural for so many of us? It's actually quite simple. When you get that urge, something very instinctive is happening to you. You are connecting to an innate feeling inside of you. And as human beings, we are natural-born storytellers. So as soon as we feel connected to something, we naturally want to create a story about it. Now add to that we are also visual creatures, and you can start to get a sense as to why we all love photography so much. We develop by connecting to our experiences through our 5 senses, through our physical bodies. The way that we hear, the way that we feel, smell, taste, and definitely the way that we see all come together to create our emotional connections to our experiences, and ultimately they come together to create the memories and the stories we want to capture and create. So before we can know how to create a visual story with the camera, we have to take a step back and look at the big picture, pun intended. We have to become aware of all these aspects in our experience that we feel connected to. Your individual stories are unique. In every given moment, there are countless elements in your experience that you can choose to connect to. But there are 3 main elements that stand out far more than any others. They are light, movement, and focus. Everything we know falls into one of these 3 elements. And when we begin to connect with these elements in any given moment, we can discover what makes that moment unique. These elements are what grab our attention, affect our experiences, and ultimately shape our memories. This is a really profound yet simple concept I want you to understand. Your life is your story, and the more you become aware of your physical experience through your 5 senses, the more you will become aware of your power to not only affect your experience, but to take creative control of it. Photography is our reflection of life. As storytellers, to capture our viewers' attention, we must balance our settings to get a proper exposure. Meaning, we must become aware of the light, the movement, and the focus we want to capture in our stories. By asking ourselves why, we can prioritize what matters most. Creativity doesn't come from up here in our heads. We cannot think our way through a creative story we want to capture. This is about your unique creative perspective, not just any old stories, your stories. So to really tap into our creativity, we have to get out of our heads. We have to get into our bodies and begin to feel through our 5 senses. Like I said, this is not only the first step to photo success, it is the most important, because without it, you can't answer any of the other questions. You can't take the next step. The power of this creative tool, your camera, is only as powerful as you are. It cannot do its job without you first realizing and discovering what that story is you want to bring to life. There are endless combinations of ways that you can capture your story, whether you have a camera in your hand or not. It's up to you to decide how you want to live your life, how you want to take in your experiences by remembering your why. So let's stop thinking for a moment, okay? I want you to feel into this moment. Take a deep breath. Relax into your physical experience wherever you are right now, and just start to become present. You may be sitting in front of your computer. You may be gripping your camera tight, like, Danielle, just give me the formula. Give me the answers. Tell me, what do I do? How do I take a good picture? But I want you to put the camera down for a minute and just relax and start to really enjoy the moment. Because just like everything great in life, tapping into your creativity takes time and patience. And let me tell you, that is a learning journey I am on every day. We have to give ourselves permission. So give yourself permission right now to take time and allow yourself to drop into this space, your physical reality, because this is where you will truly start to connect with your camera, your story, and ultimately yourself. So, are you really ready to stop shooting and living in auto mode? Now that you're starting to feel physically connected to the stories you want to capture, I want you to do one thing before you move on to anything else. I want you to get out your notebook right now and jot down the stories you've been feeling into. Fill the first pages of your notebook with your personal inspiration, your whys. Is it that you love to travel and you want to capture these epic moments you've never seen before? Do you have a growing family that you want to capture every stage of your children's lives? Maybe you have a small business that needs constant social media content and you really just want to stand out from the crowd. Or maybe you just love picking up the camera. Maybe you just love the act of using this creative tool to bring you into the present moment and make you enjoy life. No matter what gives you that urge, I want you to write it down right now in your notebook before you do anything else. Remember, our mission is to help you harness the power of visual storytelling to bring your stories to life with real passion and purpose. Why? Because your stories matter. Keep reflecting and keep reminding yourself that every moment you've decided to step out of your comfort zone because you are becoming the new you. Don't ever forget your whys, because this is what creates your story. You can consider every moment of life a new chance to see the world from a whole new perspective, simply by paying attention to what you feel connected to within the light, the movement, and the focus of your experience. Remember, this is an endless, joyous journey as long as we allow it to be. And this is your journey, no one else's. It's yours to create, and you cannot do it wrong. So never give up, always keep shooting, and I can't wait to see what you capture and bring to life. Now get out there, go discover and share your stories, and never forget to live wonderful. Is your camera stuck in auto mode? You're not alone. We all love taking photos, but many of us don't think we have what it takes to get great photos. Hi, I'm Danielle Hanusek, the founder of Live Wonderful Photography, and I know what it feels like to be stuck in auto mode, not just behind the camera, but in life. That's why I created this online photography course. The Storyteller's Journey is your step-by-step guide to creating and capturing visual stories that are full of real passion and purpose. In this course, I've cut out all the fluff, broken down the science, and made it fun and easy for you to learn how to capture great photos anytime, anywhere. No matter what kind of photography you love, this course will show you how to easily and quickly take creative control of your camera, build your creative confidence, and literally see and experience your life through a whole new lens. Are you ready to stop shooting and living in auto mode? Begin your storyteller's journey today and get off auto mode forever.